First question, can you tell me some day-to-day responsibilities of your current job? I would answer, I'm currently an accounting assistant. As an accounting assistant, I check all the credit card deposits. I make sure that all of the loan I make sure that all of the loan appraisals are paid to each appraiser. I make sure that all the balances are balanced. All the trust accounts are balanced. I also check the mail. I go around the property, make sure that all the supplies are stocked. I also make sure, like, if the air conditioning isn't working or maybe the garbage disposal isn't working, I have to call our vendors and have them come out, and then they give us the invoices, and then I make sure that those get paid as well. I also write checks, whether it's to the appraisers or also if we have to pay a utility. So I currently do have some accounting responsibilities. Next question is, what is your biggest strength and weakness? I would say my biggest strength is my personality. I am very cooperative. I get along with everybody. I've been in a lot of work situations where I can tell when certain people don't get along, and it makes the company vibe in the room. It makes it uncomfortable, and then sometimes it's hard to work in that environment. But with my personality, I get along with everybody. I'm always happy to be at work, get along with everybody. I try my best to be as positive as I can. That is one of my biggest strengths. And I would also say that when I come into work, I make sure to come into work and get things done. I don't like to just sit there and not do anything. I like to actually work and make sure all my emails are checked, make sure all the work has been done. I just like to actually go to work and do the work. And then my biggest weakness would be that I wish I was more assertive, because I am a very sweet person. And then I guess my last resort is to actually have to be assertive and to get the point across. But sometimes I try my best to be as polite as possible, do what I can to make somebody understand that what they are doing is not what I was trying to explain. Or if somebody is on the phone and they're trying to communicate something to me and they're not getting it, then I have to speak up and let them know what I'm trying to say and be more assertive. Or if somebody, like, sometimes when I answer the door at work, they're like, can I see this person? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, you can't. It's by appointment only. But they're just trying to get through the door, and then then I have to step it up and just tell them, no, I'm sorry, you cannot come into the building. This is by appointment only. And of course, I just don't like getting to that point, but I know sometimes you have to be assertive with people. And then let's see, a way to improve. What are some ways you can improve your weaknesses? A way to improve your weaknesses, I think, of being more assertive, I would say practice either with your friends or family, when you are feeling that they are not listening to you, or you just got to be assertive, speak up when you need to. It's easier with friends and family, of course. And then at work, if I have to, I will say something, but it's just kind of the last resort. The fourth question is, tell me about a time where you had to deal with a difficult person or situation at work. Besides me having to answer the door and sometimes getting hard to deal with people, at my previous job, I worked at a call center, and we had rude guests all the time that would call. It was a casino, so the players were upset that they lost their money, so they would blame it on just anybody that answered the phone. So I worked in the reservation department. So I would pick up the phone and they would want a free room. And I would have to tell them, no, I'm sorry, we do not have any rooms available. We are booked out. Because they would call the day of and they would tell us that they're a hard player or that they are a high roller. But it's like, I'm sorry, we do not have any availability. We appreciate your business, but at this time we just don't have any space. So they would yell at me, either cuss me out, tell me that I'm not doing my job right. And of course, the best way to deal with that is just be as polite as possible, cut down, just go to the point. Tell them, no, I'm sorry, I did everything I could, but at this time, if there's not anything else I could help you with, then I'm sorry that I have to disconnect the call, or I hope you have a great day, because they're still cussing at you, they're still being rude. So you just have to let them know. You have to be as polite as possible, basically. So that's the best way to handle a difficult person or situation. Keep professional, be direct. You do have to be assertive, and even though it's not fun, you just have to, just get to the point. Let them know that you're not gonna deal with what they're trying to, how they're treating you. So one question is, why are you leaving your current job? I actually really like my job right now. I'm accounting assistant, and as you know, I am currently applying for another accounting assistant. To learn new tasks is one reason I'm trying to leave my current job, learn more tasks. Right now I work in mortgage accounting. I would like to know what it's like to work in a different type of accounting, get more experience in other levels. I also leaving my current job because I feel like I've learned everything there as well, and that I'm looking for something that also pays more. And then the sixth question is, how are you with working in groups? With working in groups, as I said earlier, I get along with everybody, so it's really easy for me to work in groups. I love helping out groups. I'm not a very social butterfly, so I like to do the work. Like if they need to do like a PowerPoint presentation, I can help out with the PowerPoint presentation, help with writing questions, help with making like props for the presentation, or I could help out with, let's see, what else could I help with? Visuals, and then help out as part of the group in speaking. But I feel like I wouldn't be the main person that would want to do the whole presentation all by myself. I would want my group there to present with me. But as in working with groups, I work really well with groups. Seventh question is, why would you like to join our company? When a company asks me, why would you like to join our company, I usually have a reason for actually joining the company. Like when I joined the position I'm at, I really wanted to join because they had accounting available, which is something that I was looking for. But I also read the reviews on Indeed and saw that they had a really great work culture. Everybody was really friendly. They had luncheons. Everybody just got along. That if you weren't comfortable in one position, that they would help you go to a position that you felt more comfortable in. So I thought that was great. That the company that I'm currently at, they help you. They set you where they feel you can do your best. They work with your personality. They make sure that your personality fits the position. So that way, you're happy at work and you feel comfortable. And I really like that about the company that I was trying to join. And I feel the same. That's how I would answer this question. 8, what do you find to be the most uninteresting part of work? I feel like the most uninteresting part of work is when you get stuck in a rut. You're doing the same thing every day. You get really bored of doing the same thing every day. Like, it's always great to learn new projects. I love it when my supervisor shows me new projects to work on. Once I've mastered what she showed me, then I move on. She always finds a new project for me to work on, and I think that's really great because it makes your mind move. You're not just stuck on the one one project. Wow. Estoy haciendo mi project. You're not stuck on the one project that you're working on. It makes your mind move, and you don't get bored of doing the same thing every day. So I think it's great when my supervisor has new projects for me to work on, and I would hope that I would also have new projects all the time to work on as well. Ninth question. What is your definition of hard work? My definition of hard work is first showing up to work. I've worked at a lot of jobs or positions where people would call out all the time, and I would always be the one that was always there, picking up the slack, which it does happen. I know people get sick, people go to maternity leave, people go on disability, I understand. But other than that, then, if one part of being a hard worker is actually showing up to work. The second one is always trying your best to be organized, on track, to make sure that your deadlines get met, that they get met. Also, let's see, hard work. Try your best every day to get as much as you can done. I don't mind staying late if I have to finish a project, communicate with my supervisor, see if there's anything else they need help with before I leave, because I'm not going to lie, I do put my job first. I do like to make sure that everything at work is completed, and then that way, that to me makes me happy to know that I've done everything I can for my position. And then the last question I put was, do you see yourself as an introvert or an extrovert? Well, this is actually a question my company asked me that I'm at, so I thought it was an important question. Do you see yourself as an introvert or an extrovert? I personally feel I am an introvert. I feel like I went into accounting because I am not a social butterfly. Of course, I get along with everybody, but I am not the first person. I am not somebody that comes up to people and is the life of the party. I prefer to get to know people over time and then go over to them and talk to them. So that's why I feel accounting is a great position for me, because that way, I'm doing more internal work than external work, and that is one reason why I picked accounting, was to move away from customer service positions. So as I do see myself as an introvert, I like to just go to work, get my work done, I love talking to my coworkers, seeing how they are, communicating with them to see what projects have to be completed, making sure if they have actually responded to an email before I do it again, and make the situation worse, especially if it's a customer or what's it called, a third party person, is upset. Make sure that one of us has already emailed them back, and make sure that we're not bothering the person by sending duplicate emails. So another reason why I see I'm an extrovert, is that I love just I love being around coworkers and friends and family, but I do enjoy my personal time to myself, and I feel that I work best when I'm by myself and just working to get my deadlines met, and not talking to somebody while I'm doing my work. I like to be concentrated instead. And so thank you, Professor, for hearing my interview, and then I'm about to watch this and see how I did, and thank you.